All right. Let's see. There we go. Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Akalon here, and welcome back to each one of you. Of course, if you're watching this over on YouTube, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also, click the link in the description down below because it is always better when it's live. We're starting early today, actually, a lot earlier than what we usually start, to be fair. About an hour earlier, I guess. A lot earlier might not be the best way to put it, but yeah. Hopefully, with starting an hour earlier, we get more stream time. Rather than starting at 6 p.m. and then, around about 12 p.m. I have to go. This gives us an extra hour, hopefully, that we can stream. Depending, of course, on the quality of the streams. Maybe you go, dude, I don't want extra time from you. You're fucking boring. Why would I want to watch extra hours of you streaming? In that case, I can only apologize. Hey, you are welcome to go anywhere else. That's just the short and the long of it. But yeah, I am hoping that people start filtering in. I'm sure they will. Even though it is an hour earlier, I should really stop doing this. If I'm honest, I should stop changing the stream time and just go live whenever I should go live. But I feel like this is perhaps the best time to go live because then it's sort of not interfering with like daylight savings time, and I don't have to fuck around with my stream time in general, which I usually have to do. If I'm starting at 6 p.m., I have to change to 5 p.m. whenever you guys go into summer. And then I have to go back to 6 p.m., so it's a whole lot of changing. Whereas I feel like at 5 p.m. at least, I'm not going to have to do that. Well, maybe I am. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm assuming not many people are going to know that we are live right now. So I'm just going to set up. I have videos that I'm uploading anyway, so it's not like it's the end of the world. I have videos that I'm uploading. I want to send out. Actually, I just want to check Twitter. See if I've missed anything. Lunari, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You are indeed early. Pikirku, how you doing? How's everyone? I'm happy to see all of you filtering in. Walking to Subway as we speak. Oh, nice. What are you getting at Subway, Wild Boy? Papa Shango, how you doing, brother? How is everyone? Sorry, you guys caught me literally in the middle of some like video uploads and shit. Oh my god. Dude, I have a pain in my foot that will not go away. It is quite fucking... It's like a spasm of one of the muscles. Today's good. I had a job interview and it looks good. What's the job for, Pikachu? What did you apply for? It's always nice when you know the job interview went well. Especially if it's a job that you actually care about and actually want. If it's a job that, it's just to pay the bills, that's, like, less impressive, I guess. But still, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Just had to get that out of the way. And that should be fine. Okay. We should have everything set up now in such a way that, I can send out notifications. I'm busy uploading a new YouTube video. That should be fun. Oh my god. I made my author's video today, which I'm very happy about. Like, that one took a while to write. I've been writing that thing for the last week. So I really hope that people are going to enjoy that video when it's finally done. Yeah, that was like full-fledged, like full fucking scripted. The I think it's like the third or fourth time we've ever done full scripted video on the channel. So, very excited to see the feedback on that. Is everyone in chat just dead right now? Like, everyone came in, said hello, and now everyone's just gone, well, don't say anything. Let him think there's no one here. Like, guys, I can't entertain you right from the start. We have to build up to it. You know? We have to get there fucking slowly. Foul Smoke, how you doing, brother? Although I get it's quite early for a lot of you. Just in game and league at the moment. What character are you playing? Just go on. Cranky Palico, how you doing, brother? What champion are you playing in league right now? Sure, how you doing? Yeah, it's ominous as fuck, dude. Like, you have no idea. It's like the most ominous thing in the world. You're sitting here, you're talking to chat, and then chat just sort of goes dead quiet. So, we're done. We're not going to talk right now. And like, am I not live anymore? Like, what happened here? Oh, I stream early. I'm still at the office. You should have waited half an hour more. Maria the Pigeon, so I said that I'm going to start the streams earlier because this allows us to go to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock and get 7 to 8 hours of streaming versus when I start at 6. By the time it hits like 1 o'clock, we've only been streaming for like 7 hours. You know, so this is just, it gives me more opportunity to, if I need to leave early, I'm not leaving like after 4 hours of stream. You know, I'm leaving after 6 hours of stream at least. So that's sort of, I want to get at least 6 hours a day of streaming. And when I start at 6 hours is 12 o'clock. So 12 a.m. my time. And that sucks, right? It fucking sucks because there are days where I sort of go, I need to eat still. I need to do videos. I need to do a bunch of shit. If I end the stream at 12, that's going to be too little time to get anything done. But then I don't want to end the stream at 11 because then, you know, what the fuck was the point of the stream in the first place? So this way, I think I'm able to do more content for longer whilst also allowing me a little bit of breathing room right at the tail end of the stream to say, okay, guys, have to go now. And I don't feel like I just wasted a fucking stream opportunity. So where am I at in the story? Super. How you doing, brother? We just went to Kugani. Actually, we just met with Turtle Boy, like Ninja Turtles, in Kugani. So that's where I'm at in the Stormblood story right now. Rek'Sai, because I got Autiful Jungle. Oh, Rek'Sai. Oh, shit. But wait, why would you play Rek'Sai? I love Jungle. What, don't fucking say who the fuck likes this role. I love Jungle. What are you talking about? I'm playing LOL, something like Verizon 02. I don't know what's in South Africa. In South Africa, we don't have Verizon 02, but we do have Vodacom, which is actually owned in part by Vodafone. And then we have MTN, Cell C, Telkom. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. We had Virgin Mobile for a while, but they went completely out of business very quickly. So yeah, I feel like there's only 3 mobile carriers in South Africa. I want to say 4, but Telkom doesn't really count as a mobile operator. Very few people are on the Telkom thing. So it's basically just Vodafone, MTN, and Cell C. Can't wait to see you go through the Stormblood MSQ. I'm at the first dungeon in Stormblood, and it takes a while to get to that point. Oh shit! You've gone ahead of me again, have you? Saraban, that's the one. Yes, I'm a mid laner at heart. Jungle is just kill the monsters, not even last hitting. I can lane and then gank. Well, actually, there's a lot more to jungling than just killing monsters and going ganking. You're at Telecom, and that's where I'll work, I hope. All right. Are you looking forward to that? You can gladly be my jungler if you ever play League on stream, but I'm going to keep my mid. Lunari, it depends. What region do you play in? Namazu Pan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, the fish person. Yeah, that was fucking brilliant. That was so glorious. I kept thinking, why do we just punt this little fuck? And then it finally happened. I was like, oh my god, all my dreams are coming true this time. Like, this is what I dreamt about. Definitely a slow burn of a story. I feel like Stormblood. So this is actually a video. This is actually a video that I have planned for the main channel. I'm actually doing this video tomorrow on the main channel, but I will sort of just give you guys a bit of my thoughts off the top of my head without even having that much time to have thought about it. So a lot of people like obviously state that Stormblood isn't that good, and I also realized that for a lot of people it's not so much that Stormblood isn't good, it's more that Stormblood is caught between two brilliant expansions, and this sort of leaves Stormblood out of the way of being brilliant because it's not as good as the two expansions that it is sandwiched between. And I kind of get that, right? Brian Lynn TV, thanks for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Been watching you on YouTube and enjoy your stuff about games and storytelling in general. Glad you're enjoying FF14 though. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And Lugade, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so with Stormblood, my thoughts around Stormblood is effectively, it feels a lot more like a mystery that you're sort of hunting down. Most of the Nixie, holy shit, thank you so much for the 5 community subs, really appreciate that. Love and chat right now, hearts, I want to see it, fucking flood it, let's go. 5 community subs, thank you, thank you, thank you. What was I saying? All right, with Stormblood, it feels a lot more mysterious. It feels like you are effectively on the trail of like some big thing. There's a lot of sort of breadcrumbs that's already thrown about. So, for example, the children of the High Lords of Alamigo. I call them High Lords because I don't know what else to call them. I can't remember the word that they used. But those children who grew up sort of under Garlemald Empire now have joined the Empire and is effectively hunting down their own people. So that's sort of like a huge, I think, plot point within Stormblood that feels like it's being sort of peeled like an onion, you know, just like a slow burn within the story as you're discovering more and more about that. Mahavalo Gaming, so don't worry about the ads. I play the ads specifically because just usually at the start of the stream, we do about, you know, three-minute ads, and then we get the ads out of the way so no one gets interrupted with ads. So don't worry about the ads too much. What the fuck was I saying again? All right. With Stormblood, it feels a lot more slow burn, onion peeling. You're discovering secrets. And what's more important here, you're effectively learning slowly but surely about the Empire. Now, the Empire, so why I feel like this fits for Stormblood, and for me, by the way, the way good storytelling works is usually, does it fit? Does it make sense? And in my opinion, in Stormblood specifically, the slower sort of storytelling works. You are dealing with a very old galactic empire, if you will, right? A planetary empire that have conquered most of the world. The problem with the Garlean Empire is that much of the empire that you meet aren't necessarily pure Garleans. It's people who were born under Garlemald control, who now basically serves Garlemald because that's what Garlemald does. Whenever it conquers a territory, it sort of just subjugates the entire territory and turns it into an empire territory, if you will. And you're sort of having to peel off all of these layers. I will also say that the bad guy so far that I've seen in Stormblood, what's his name? The Prince? Like the second in command guy, his father is currently the Emperor. Can't remember his fucking name. What's his name, chat? Xenos, that's the one. Brilliant. The best voice acting so far in Final Fantasy by a mile. By a mile. I love his character. I love his voice acting. He is so arrogant and yet quite poised. Like, you know, for example, when that Alamegan Garlemald sympathizer spoke out of turn, the rest of the Garlemald Empire lieutenants were like, "Shut the fuck up! You don't dare speak." You know, in Garlemald affairs, you're a filthy bastard inbred, if you will. And he was like, "Sorry, but speak, please." So he doesn't strike me as this is something that Final Fantasy does so well. Every single one of the enemies that you meet in Final Fantasy XIV have a lot of characteristics that you actually can find enjoyable and that you can actually connect with. There's a humane element behind their enemies. They do this with almost every single enemy. The only enemy that I've seen so far that didn't have any of this was Bahamut. So with Bahamut, there was literally there was no real redeeming qualities of Bahamut. Bahamut was just a bad guy, no more, no less. And to an extent, the people that summoned Bahamut, since they're no longer really around, it doesn't really matter, right? So ultimately, Bahamut is like the one character that is just truly an evil character in the story. There's no real redeeming qualities for the character. But almost all of the other characters that they introduce into the game have this element of, yes, I'm evil, but I am evil because the things that I want stands directly opposed to the things that you want. So in other words, I'm not evil for evil's sake. I'm not evil just because evil is evil. I have goals, and my goals happen to stand in opposition of your goals, and that makes me evil. But I'm not just evil. What's the best way to describe that? I don't know. Chat, do you understand what I'm saying right now? Or am I making no fucking sense? Yeah, I realized what Bahamut was. Of course, I've not really gotten into Endwalker yet, so I don't know exactly. I'm assuming Bahamut plays at some point a role later on in the story. It is sort of what you would expect. Evil is a perception from another, exactly. This is what Final Fantasy does so well. They show you that what you deem as evil is only evil because of your perspective on the matter. It's not evil incarnate. It's not like it's just evil and no one else can ever have a viewpoint that is the other. It's not like Satan, right? Where no matter what your viewpoint is on the whole thing, Satan is pretty much considered to be evil incarnate. None of their villains follow the sort of that route. Instead, they try to do a lot to make their characters and their villains seem human. There's a reason why you like it. Yeah, World of Warcraft, Ian was sort of boasting about how it's more of a grey characters. It's not really good and evil, it's more grey. And yet they haven't been able to pull off a single grey character in the whole of World of Warcraft. Whereas you play Final Fantasy and it's like grey characters all around. Like almost every single one of their bad guys is somewhat greyish. There's obviously bad things that they do, but it's not just horrible bad shit that they do. So yeah, super. It's pretty much Sage of Grey. I can't get into FF14. Game is bland. Mahavalo, how long have you played? Because the only reason you would think that Final Fantasy is bland is if you only played for like the first 30 levels, maybe. If you get past that, the game opens up in such a beautiful way. Believe me, that game is deeper than what you might think. In many ways, Stormblood takes me back to what ARR was. Because ARR was also this extremely, almost sometimes excruciatingly slow burn to its inevitable crescendo, if you will. And Stormblood takes me back to that. With Final Fantasy, as a rule, Mahavalo, it's a game with layers. And when you just start out, they treat you like someone that has never played an MMO in your life. They don't give you too much to do. They don't try to overcome you with bullshit. They literally try to just give you the basics of what an MMO is all about. And as you continue going, believe me, there gets a point where there's so many things going on that you're just sort of sitting there going, well, fuck, I don't know what the hell is going on. This is a lot of shit to take in. Luckily, they do have a way of dealing with that as well, which makes it really cool. They seem to have thought of everything. But I do think if you do try to get into Final Fantasy, you have to change your mindset. You cannot go into it as a... You cannot go into it as a WoW player because you're not going to like it. You absolutely have to go, right. This is a new game. This is a new genre. This is a true MMO. Because here's the thing, Final Fantasy is a true MMO. I know a lot of people love to say bullshit, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but it is a true MMO. You have to go into it like that. You have to realize that this game is going to hold your hand for a while, and then it's going to let go. And once it let goes, you're on your own. From there, they sort of go, look, we have this whole world, go discover what it is that the fuck you like. We don't care what you like, but go discover it on your own. But for the first bit, they do hold your hand. It's kind of like a father or a parent teaching their child how to ride a bike, right? You hold their back for the first few times and maybe give them some training wheels. And then once you take off the training wheels, you'll sort of let them go on the bike. And, you know, you're still behind them because you're keeping them safe. But then once you let go, they're on their own because now they can go and they sort of have to learn what it's like to fall and what it's like to, you know, save themselves from a fall and stuff like that. That's what Final Fantasy does. It holds your hand for a while. It feels really fucking frustrating as a veteran MMO player. Believe me, I know. I went through it 4 times. It is frustrating as a veteran like MMO player. But it gets really good later on. Bad Gamer OG, thanks for the first time chat, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Yay, I get to watch the live stream today. And yeah, SB is great, but you're gonna like politics. There's definitely a lot of political turmoil and underpinnings within Stormblood. Definitely. Cross, that's so soon? You're not even in Shanghai and you grab... Look, Super, I mean, it's not my first game I'm playing, right? I'm a huge fan of gaming. And so I guess I approach games a little bit differently because whenever I play a game, I'm always thinking, how would I talk about this game? So I'm constantly disseminating the game before I even really get into the game or even start really playing the game. I don't just fire up games to play. I usually fire up even games that I'm never going to make videos about. I still play as if I am going to make videos about them. But I do sort of think... Wait, I want to see what Marvalo said as a retort there. Marvalo. Not even level 30 because there is not enough to engage me. If a game can't give me fun from the start, then what's the point of forcing myself to experience story? Well, in many ways you might be correct, but then again, like, there are many things that we do in the beginning that isn't fun from the start. Gym. Going to the gym wasn't fun from the start. Gym wasn't fun from the start. I fucking hated the gym at the start. But now I love it. I'm not saying Final Fantasy is good for your health as the gym, although an argument can be made that it is very good for your mental health, especially if you're an ex-WoW player. But you have to ask yourself, do you really want to miss out on one of the greatest stories ever told? Or do you... Or are you going to stick with it and see where the story takes you? Like, are you actually going to allow the story to open up? Morvalo, if I may ask you, what was your... what was the level that you got to? And I want to start off by just being very clear here. Brialyn, thank you for the primes. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the most generous chat on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is very much appreciated. What was the level that you got to, Malvalo? So I want to I want to agree with Digitmark 100% here. Games are incredibly subjective. Some people are going to like games, some people are going to hate games, you know? It really, there is no middle ground. Not every game is for every single person. So I get that some people don't like it, but usually when I get people who say that they tried Final Fantasy XIV, they got to like level 10 and then they quit because the game is shit, I know for a fact they didn't really give the game a fair shake. Because I despised Final Fantasy. My first playthroughs of Final Fantasy were horrendous. I hated it. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch my very first video about Final Fantasy. Alex includes there all of my complaints. I believe the last 3 or 4 minutes of the video is literally me complaining about the game. How stupid it is, how stupid the graphics is, how stupid the combat is. Everything's just stupid. Fuck this game. I can't believe that I have to do this. So I was right there. I was right there. I did not like this game. And then I decided to start streaming the game, and I decided to start over because I had skipped most of the story. I didn't know anything about the story, so I thought, let me start over. Let me actually focus on the story. And let me also roll a new class. Originally, I played a paladin. And while the paladin was okay, it wasn't mind-blowing. I did not enjoy it as much. To be fair, I'm a very finicky guy when it comes to tanks. And I chose the Black Mage. And suddenly I was like, whoa, all right, this is a new fucking game. I am actually finally enjoying this. I also think a large reason why people will dislike Final Fantasy is the class that they originally pick. Because there are, like, 100%. Classes in Final Fantasy are so different and so varied that if you choose a class that isn't exactly the kind of class that you like, you're going to hate the game as a result of that. Because, well, you're not really going to enjoy the dungeons, you're not going to enjoy the trials, the raids, the alliance raids, none of that. Because you're playing a class that you really don't enjoy. Fundamentally, you don't enjoy. So, yeah, I feel like you're... The combat style in Final Fantasy is also such that if you don't enjoy the class that you picked or the job that you picked, it's going to grind you. But then you get to a job that you actually enjoy and you're like, okay, never mind. I don't care about this combat mechanics. This is actually cool. Black Mage did that for me. Originally, I was one of those people that were complaining about the very long fucking GCD. I was one of those people. I complained about the GCD. I was like, oh my god, it's so fucking slow, dude. This game just doesn't go anywhere. I don't have any buttons to press ever. I'm constantly just standing there waiting for shit to come off cooldown. And then I played the Black Mage, and I was like, never mind. This is... I am glad that there is a long GCD, because this is fucking hard. Like, movement is really tricky. And I just found enjoyment with it. But ultimately... you have to ask yourself a fundamental question when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV. Are you willing to miss out on one of the greatest stories ever told in video games? If the answer is yes, then absolutely leave and never play again. If the answer is no, stick with it and see where you go. Because that story opens up brilliantly. And it will blow you the fuck away once it gets going. Believe me. Hail to you, Akko. Thank you very much. How you doing, bro? I know this is a dumb question, but you do look a bit happier before. What do you mean, Arangi? Do you mean I looked happier before, or I look happier now than I did before? What do you mean? But on for people who don't like Final Fantasy XIV, my beef is those who don't try, only play like level 30. And as you said, as an example, I played WoW to Miss Pandaria till I decided to throw in the towel. I gave it a chance. Sophia Storm, how you doing? You absolutely have to give a game a shot, right? You can't just go, fuck it. I don't like the game. And yes, there are a lot of people right now who sort of decide, I hate I hate Final Fantasy XIV, and yet they've never actually played it. Like, they've never actually loaded Final Fantasy XIV. So, Adrian, how are you doing? I swapped from being a Warlock in WoW to a Dragoon in FF, and it's massively different and fun. Oh, yeah. Warlocks, I feel, in World of Warcraft is one of the most forgotten classes when it comes to actually fun game design. Warlocks are just snooze fest right now for me in WoW. So, yeah, I don't even want to look at my fucking Warlock. In fact, I don't even want to look at WoW. But, yeah, so... I don't know. It's really hard, because it's one thing if you say, look, I don't want to play Final Fantasy XIV. I don't have any opinion on it, so I'm just gonna leave it. It really grinds my fucking gears when someone says, yeah, I hate Final Fantasy XIV, and it's like, what level are you? And they're like, level 10. All right, so basically you've not played Final Fantasy XIV. You've just decided you don't like it. That's interesting. It's like watching the first minute of a movie and then going around writing reviews saying, yeah, it was a really boring movie. You know, I watched the first minute and it really didn't fucking do anything for me. Yeah, maybe you should have gotten past the fucking initial credits. You know? You know that bit where they sort of like put a bunch of letters on the screen and they do sort of the intro song? Maybe you should have gotten through that before you go, yeah, fuck this, I don't like it. It's one thing if you tried it, you didn't like it, and you sort of move on. You just, you just don't. I would say, don't. What was I going to say? It's one thing if you just say, right, I didn't find it fun, and you move on. It's a whole different thing when you say it's just a shit game, and then you sort of tell everyone that it's just a shit game. You know. Because you didn't try it. You have no right to actually cast any judgment on what the game is. Alex, how you doing, bro? I don't do that with series. I try to watch the first episode of series. And if in the first episode it doesn't grip me, that's when I'll go, okay, you know what? I don't see why I want to fire up the second episode, but I give it a fair shake. It got an hour of my time, and after an hour of my time, I still wasn't hooked. And then I just go, okay, never mind. I'm done with this. But again, I wouldn't say that it's bad. I would just say it wasn't for me. I reached level 25 on my Lancer. Looked like fun, but then I kept looking at screen. What then? Story started to be interesting, but game looked washed out. Class development has nothing special. I watched a lot of videos trying to push myself into game, but... when I started Elder Scrolls Online, I was interested from start, and I still play it. Same with WoW. Even if it's slow at start, back in vanilla, I still had fun, and even now it gives me stuff to do. Even New World was interesting from get-go. Okay, never mind. Marvalo, I think I figured out what our problem is here. You and I fundamentally like different things. Because the only game that I actually agree with you there is ESO. ESO is pretty good because it has a good story. WoW is by far one of the shittest games right now on the market, hands down. Like, fucking hands down. I will never be able to agree with anyone who says WoW is good. WoW is fucking dog shit. So much so that I have no interest in renewing my sub whatsoever to that game. And I feel the exact same way about New World. New World was dog shit. The only thing that was good in New World was the crafting, and that wasn't good enough to keep me there. The game was beautiful, but it was fucking empty from start to finish. So yeah, you and I fundamentally like different games. That's why we won't agree. We can't agree on games right now because I 100% think, like, Jesus, I could not imagine playing World of Warcraft right now. It would drive me nuts. I would lose myself if I even tried to play WoW. Very fun, especially if you're not out trying to play as an elitist. I play the game casually, just farm mounts, clear heroic raids, play alts, and I have no issues. The writing is horrible, but can't take away from the gameplay for that. Well, actually, the gameplay is shit as well. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. The gameplay in World of Warcraft is actually one of my biggest gripes. I've been through bad writing in World of Warcraft. I've been through moments where the writing wasn't great. Cataclysm, the writing was iffy at best. Water to Drain, all the writing was iffy at best. So I've been through moments of bad writing in WoW, and I've stuck with it because the gameplay was actually fairly fun. The gameplay right now is the thing that I hate most in WoW. It's an empty game. Look, the fact that people get to invent stuff that they chase, like their 500th different shade of blue mount, is great. And I'm very fucking happy for you. Like, I think it's great that people can find joy in the 500, like, slightly less blue, but slightly less purple, and a slightly more red mount than what they got, like, 500 times earlier. I just don't think that is incredibly good game design. Like, if you're gonna give me 50 mounts and fucking 50 of them as reskins, then maybe I don't want the 50 mounts. Maybe take those 50 mounts and shove them up your ass, Ian. That's not new mounts. You're not giving me anything fucking new to this game. You're basically just giving me the same shit recycled. And then there's people that go, oh my god, but it's 600 pounds now that I can get with the achievement. Oh my god, I have to get this. And it's like, okay, yeah, cool. You can hunt that achievement for the 600 exclusive mounts that you got. But literally, World of Warcraft mounts have turned into NFTs. They're basically NFTs. What is the difference between one NFT and another? It's recolor. It's got a different color than the other NFTs, and it's called unique. That's what WoW mounts is. It's basically just a fucking... It's basically an NFT system. They send... I wouldn't be surprised if most of these reskins are done automatically. They have a system that just fucking reskins every mount like 500 times, and they just line it up. This is the amount of content we're gonna fucking just flop it onto the fucking screen. There you go, guys. We've got 50 new fucking mounts for you to collect. The armors in World of Warcraft has been trash for years now. Long gone are the days of looking at tier sets and actually going, whoa, this is fucking awesome. This is like really fucking cool. I miss the days. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like this new fucking wave of sort of trying to make the armors look thematically like it fits within the raid design. I miss the times where armors were actually made to fit with the fucking class that I'm playing, where a warlock's armors actually look like demony, you know? I kind of miss that. I think a warlock should look pretty demony, and it kind of fucking pisses me off that my warlock runs around with white fucking armor. It's like, well when? Why? Why is my warlock running around with his armor? Am I a warlock for good? Like, am I a warlock that also, like, fucking, you know, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Moonlights as a light priest? What is this? I don't like this. The pets in World of Warcraft are completely useless. Basically, the entirety of World of Warcraft can be condensed down into a single thing. Actually, into three things that form part of a single thing. End game only. There is nothing in World of Warcraft except for the end game. That's where they spend most of their fucking time. I would bet that 60% of development time goes into raids, dungeons, and not even dungeons throughout the course of an expansion, because we don't even get dungeons with every single patch. Shadowlands is actually the one exception to that, but usually you don't even get a new dungeon until much later on. You're lucky if you'd get one at all. And then PvP, and one could make an argument that PvP doesn't get any love either. So ultimately, there's nothing else for people to do in World of Warcraft. Most of the things that exist in World of Warcraft is completely useless, null and void, and there are people that find fun in that, but most of the time what I have found is that the people that find fun in World of Warcraft are people that have fun playing with their friends. Now, to that, I would argue, as I have always argued, sitting in a wall with no computers, no consoles, no electricity, with your friends is also kind of fun. You can sit in a room with nothing to fucking do, just your friends, and still have fun. So the fact is, if you have fun playing a game with your friends, that means literally nothing to me. It doesn't say anything to how good or bad the game is. It just means you have great friends, and I'm happy that you have great friends. But I don't. All my friends have fucked off. They no longer play World of Warcraft because all of them have realized what they actually enjoy in WoW is the friendship element, and we could play funner games and still have the same level of friendship, right? So we play other games. We don't play World of Warcraft. My friends haven't played World of Warcraft in years, and none of them ever want to come back. And you're talking about people that played World of Warcraft for 16 to 20 hours a day. You know, that's literally all we did. We played World of Warcraft. And we all left because the game became so empty. It is such a grindy, stupid fucking game where everything is designed to keep you playing, to keep you playing, to keep you playing, to keep you playing. And it's like, dude, you don't have to convince me to play your game. If it's fun, I will fucking play it. That's all. If you make it fun, I'm gonna play it. I like games, right? I like games because they're actually kind of fun. That's all I need. If it's a fun game, I'm gonna log in and I'm gonna play the living fuck out of the game because it's actually fun. No need to convince me. In fact, your convincing is what's putting me off your game. The fact that you keep forcing me to do things that I don't care about doing. The fact that flight in Zereth Mortis isn't immediately available pisses me off. I should be able to get flight at the moment that I have explored your fucking realm. The moment I have done the exploring, I should be able to get it. No, but it's not actually. It's just locked behind the quest line. Yeah, and the quest line is locked behind a fucking time gate. So it is time gated. It's just time gated behind a time gated quest line. Why is the quest line time gated? I'll tell you exactly why. Because there's not enough quests. The questing is the story is so bare bones. They don't even have the respect to make a story that would take longer than an hour to play through. I haven't played Zereth Mortis. I don't give a fuck. I haven't even seen anyone play Zereth Mortis, so I genuinely don't know. But for me, I don't care. I genuinely don't give a fuck. For me, WoW is just, at this point, in the worst possible space it could ever be in. And I feel like... Alex, I 100% disagree with you, with what you just said there. So Alex says, people asked for more time to play other games. WoW listened. People, oh my god, there's no things to do. People asked for harder grinds. WoW listened. People, oh my god, why do you make this so hard to get? Farming for mounts and pets and hidden mounts that are hard to get. Alex, what are you talking about? Like, genuinely, what are you talking about? I don't know what to say. People asked for Zereth Mortis? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Make grinds that people can optionally decide to actually get into. Make content that people can optionally decide to get into. You want to make content for the ability for... you want to make sure that people have the ability to play other games? Then how about you make content that actually exists only for itself? How about you don't force players into fuck tons of other types of content just so that they can do the one thing that they want? No one asked for this. And to say that people asked for this is disingenuous. It's 100% disingenuous to even say that. And I realize Alex is going to see this because Alex actually edits these videos. That is the most so breezy take I've ever heard in my fucking life. It is 100%. So breezy would make an argument like this. Stupid, haven't thought about it, literally just opens his mouth and runs a bunch of bullshit. There is no way that is in any way, shape, or form what people asked for. Yes, we want more time to play video games and play other games. Of course we do. But the way you achieve that is not by making less fucking content in the game. The way you achieve that is by ensuring that the content that is in the game is optional. So if I want to go play another game, I don't feel like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do shit because I have to do all of these other chores before I can actually do stuff in the game. That's how you achieve it. You don't achieve it by basically just, I don't know, fucking around and forcing people into layers and layers and layers upon content and then saying, well, you know, you guys asked for more grinds, we provided it, and now you're complaining. No, we want grinds that is optional. If I want this really cool thing, then I can grind for this really cool thing. But if I don't want the really cool thing, I don't have to grind for the really cool thing. So no, it's players didn't ask for this. I reject that on the whole of it. Players did not ask for this. I don't know. I'm a player and I did not ask for this. I made it very clear what I wanted, and this is what I got. So either Blizzard doesn't know what the fuck I want, or I didn't express myself well enough, or Blizzard just didn't give a fuck. I'm going with the latter, by the way. This stuff is awesome, means not everyone will do it, and those that will do it enjoy it more. Blue Mage? Exactly, Inquisitorium. Exactly. Well, I was always like that since start, just before it was called Attunement. Yeah, but Marvalo Gaming, you're not... What's the point that you're trying to make? Georgie, it's possible that he made that point to get a video out of me, but he didn't have to. I was already making a video out of this. I was already farming this fucking content. You don't have to worry about it. Raps, how you doing? I log into Final Fantasy XIV, never do my dailies, but just hang out with my friends and talk, share stories for like hours, talk about lore and speculate, sometimes even watch stupid movies. Because you can. Like, there's nothing that you have to do in Final Fantasy XIV. The game basically just allows you to play whenever the fuck you feel like it, which I wish WoW would do. I think World of Warcraft has done that to some extent in Zereth Mortis. There is a lot more freedom in Zereth Mortis, but it's nowhere near ready yet. Because now, with Zereth Mortis, the problem is that there's nothing to do. Because there is nothing that forces people to do anything, and the things that is there isn't enough to keep people playing, people are now going, and that's why you now get these comments from people going, well, you guys asked not to be grinding the whole time, now you're complaining that there isn't enough to do. Yeah, we're complaining there isn't enough to do because there isn't enough to fucking do. Like, it's not hard. Like, you can't say, okay, the answer to not keeping you guys busy enough is to make less content. No, there should be more content. It just shouldn't be required content. Apollo Burr, Latins, and Ataripo Boy, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Zero Knowledge as well. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was always a game that requires too much grinding, and if you don't do it, you're missing out. Yeah, but games have changed. Games have changed, Marvalo. Dreamer, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We no longer live in a time where I believe people want that. It used to be how games were designed and everyone was sort of happy with it. But times change. We now live in an era where people want something different. People want something better. And it sort of confuses me whenever people go, no, I don't want the game to be better. I want the game to be as shit as it's always been. It's like, oh, okay. Never mind then. Let me do this. Let me not waste your time by trying to make the game better. Genuinely. I don't know why people complain about, like... Whenever you say anything negative about World of Warcraft, there's always someone losing their shit. There's always someone going, oh, what the fuck? How dare you say that about my game? Like, how dare you? I don't want to play that bullshit. And it's like, dude, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Like, that's literally the point what I'm making here. I'm literally making the point that if you don't care for the content that I care about, you don't have to do it. You know, it's really as simple as that. But anyways, what are you going to do? But WoW adopts like other MMOs. That's why I play other MMOs as well. I don't know if WoW is going to adapt ever. Lion King, Rafiki, change is good, similar, but it's not easy. No, change is never going to be easy, right? I think the change for Blizzard is actually going to be harder than for most other companies. Shadow Grove, how you doing? Thing is, people mistake grinding for everything as content. It's not. Publishers have to make repetitive content actually fun and implement it in different ways. Just doing what Blizz does, grind rep and points, running around is overdone now. Very true. Very fucking true, Ascension. The problem is, they turned a theme park into a conveyor belt. Suddenly, you don't pick your rides, you just sit on a predetermined path. Yeah, I mean, we can talk for hours about what's wrong with WoW, and we're still not going to get anywhere. And the reason we're still not going to get anywhere is because, as far as Blizzard is concerned, as far as World of Warcraft is concerned, they're not doing anything wrong. And as long as World of Warcraft believes that they're not doing anything wrong, as long as they believe that they are victims of some kind of fucking circumstance out of their control, this is always going to be the way that it works. This is always going to be the way it happens. No, nothing I or any of you say is ever going to change any of that. Because Blizzard themselves believe that they are above scrutiny, that they are above reproach. Dreadman, how you doing, bro? Rams, I don't think Blizzard should just borrow from FF14. Because we don't want a clone of FF14, and at least I don't. I think having a clone from FF14 would be horrible, right? Ryan, how you doing, bro? Nexty, how you doing? But there's definitely a lot of other MMOs right now on the market that does a lot better job of actually, I would say, performing decently well. You know, and Blizzard can definitely go look at those others and say, okay, can we make this work? Let's see. Let's see if we can implement these things into our game in some way, shape, or form. Grinding gear video? Which grinding gear video, Arangi? Dude, my foot is giving me so much displeasure right now. You have no fucking idea. As I'm sitting here, I am in a lot of pain. So the water, would you gonna make a drink? True. Very fucking true. The stage, the moment I hear why was bad because I instantly zone out, just don't care anymore. I don't really care either, but at the same time, what are you gonna do, you know? What's up with your foot? Okay, so you guys remember a couple of months ago, like a month and a half ago, I cut my foot. Yeah, do you guys remember that? I wish my fault was the current WoW storyline. But anyways, okay, so those, so that wound hasn't healed. And it's been months, right? The wound has not healed. It's not gotten worse, but the scab never disappeared. The scab actually started getting bigger. Like, it eventually stood like this, almost like a fucking plug. It looked like a plug. And so, 2 days ago, I was in the gym. And we're in the bathroom. I'm washing my hands, and my brother is taking a leak. And it's weird. I don't know what it's called in English. You know your shoe? There's like this little lip that comes up from your shoe. You usually tie your shoe just under this lip, so the lip is sort of like this, and there's the knot. I don't know what's that called in English. It's my foot. In Dutch we call it a tongue. No, the tongue. Yeah, basically the tongue. So the tongue grabs onto this scab and rips it off. Now, as soon as it ripped it off, the blood started just spraying, dude. So in other words, it did not heal at all. Like, the skin had not grown back on that. I mean, the blood was spraying a good 2 meters. Just this little fucking, like, dart. Just going fucking bam. Just spraying out of the foot. So, managed to stop the blood. Got like a bunch of people from the gym in there with first aid kits, and they managed to stop the blood. I had a doctor in there as well, and he sort of explained to me after looking at the foot. He explained to me that what had happened is the place where I cut my foot was on an abnormal vein. It's an abnormality. What ended up happening is one of my arteries merged with one of my veins, which normally shouldn't happen, and in general, even if it does happen, nothing bad happens with you. But if that thing gets cut, it the pressure inside that vein is way too fucking high. So that's why it sprays like that. So the cut went into that vein, and that's why it can't heal, because the vein is just constantly pushing blood out of this wound now. And so I've been sort of tying it up very tightly, because that's how it would heal, is if I keep the pressure on. So I've been tying it up as tightly as humanly possible to ensure that, you know, there's enough pressure to get the wound to finally heal. But I think what happened yesterday is I tied it up. I tied it too tightly. And so what's happened now is there's a muscle. It feels like a muscle in my foot that's just sort of died almost. It's so fucking sore. Like if I move my foot, it's incredibly sore. So I'm hoping that it goes away soon. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to have to go back to the doctor and figure out what the fuck is wrong. Did I actually, like, harm the muscle, or didn't I? I don't know. It's just fucking sore. That's what I know. Yeah. As I'm sitting here, I'm in quite a lot of pain. Vein spray coagulation. Sounds like a Cannibal Corpse album. Vein spray coagulation. It feels better soon, man. Might want to go to the doctor. Yeah, I'll go. I mean, my dad's a doctor, so I took a picture, and he's basically the one that said just keep pressure on it and keep it elevated, and it should heal. Might have pulled the muscle. It could be that it got pulled, but I woke up this morning with it. It wasn't bad yesterday, but this morning when I woke up, I was like, fuck. I'm going to try and see if I can quickly elevate this foot just a little, because I think that might be the thing that's causing it pain at the moment. I don't know. I need to go buy a footstool as well. Like, I genuinely need to go buy a footstool. So fuck me. Let's see if this works a little. It's probably not going to work much. I fucking hate having my feet elevated, but let's see if that helps a little. Anyways, don't want to fucking circumvent the stream with my pain. It's fine. We're here now. We'll power through. It helps a little bit. Maybe also try putting a pillow. If this doesn't work, I will go get a pillow. If this doesn't work, I'll get a pillow to raise it even higher. But we'll see. Hopefully this works at least a little. So what's everyone up to besides listening to me complain about fucking pain? Tying it up might have made it uncomfy position-wise, and when you stretch in your sleep, it might have just pulled it in a way it's not used to. It's possible. Anything right now is fucking possible. I'll say that. Everything right now is possible. I just need this muscle to unstretch, you know? Lay me down. How you doing? Get a medical boot? For what? I'm not a fucking invalid, and I'm not that crippled. It's just a pain right now. Like if it gets worse, I'll probably go to the doctor. But if it doesn't, gets better, we should be good. But it's getting worse just sitting here. That's the problem. That's actually the only issue right now. Sitting here makes it really fucking sore. Came to listen to you while I'm working. Hey, I'm happy to have you here, bro. Very happy to have you here. Post a link in Content Suggestion channel in Discord regarding the new grinding gear video. Let's see. Oh, there's so many fucking content suggestions that I have to look at. No need to resub. Oh, shit. Cut it off and throw it away. I kind of like my foot. I would prefer not cutting it off, you know? I did not. Did anyone else here try to play World of Warcraft yet? Or are most of you that's done with WoW just done with it? Just, this is over, you move on now. By itself. I haven't played WoW, I'm done. Just done, I've been playing. I'm playing it right now. Done with it, still playing here. Done. I'm going cold turkey on the war check. On the war crack. I haven't done since BFA. I went back to help my old raid group, however, they're paying my sub. That helped. Not WoW, private server. Done long ago. Lost my passion for WoW. I played it actually. Yeah, I don't know. I've had no. It's not even so much that I dislike WoW at the minute. It's more just a case of I have no interest in actually playing it, you know? Like, if I think about, like, playing WoW, it's just, like, there's no part of me that thinks, well, this could actually be fun, you know? There's no part of me that goes, let's give it a go. Which I used to have quite a lot, even back in BFA, when I also quit playing then. There would be moments where I would go, well, okay, I'm a little bit in the mood, and then I'd play for like a few days, you know, just mindlessly farming stuff or doing some nightmares and shit like that. Some visions. And now it's literally at a point where at no point do I look at WoW and think, wow, I can't wait to play the game. Can't read all on bloody spell. Who here played Elden Ring? Because I obviously have not played Elden Ring at all. I've not even bought Elden Ring. Jesus, dude. Play it when it's not popular. Patched. But is it really that bad? I don't think it's that bad. Jellyfish mounts I wanted to get, but I've been fishing for requirements. Wait. There's a new jellyfish mount I wanted to get, but I've been fishing for the requirements for a week straight, so I went to AH to try and buy it. And just the item to start the process of getting it is 250k. Oh, shit. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I'm free from that shit show. I do, it's so open. It's not bad, just how I do Dark Souls games. It's not my type of game. The frame rate drops slightly with me sometimes, but not bad. Got around 110 hours. So a lot of people have played it. Aspinall promotes that game so that means it's bad. Why? Well, Valo, are you being serious or are you being just a little bit like tongue-in-cheek? Because I would actually say if Asmongold actually promotes a game, then it's probably not a bad game at all. Oh, right. Dude, Jesus. I can't fucking begin to tell you how much pain I am. It's just getting worse. Masochistic Soul? Don't know if he's gotten into it yet. Astrid, how you doing? I'm also playing a lot of Stellaris these days. No, there's been a few games that I've looked into, but I've not really... Right now, I'm just playing Mass Effect. If I can fucking find the time to sit down. Wait, Asmongold isn't paid to promote Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure he isn't paid to promote Elden Ring. No, we'll stick for a little longer. Maybe try taking some painkillers, Echo. Nah, it's fine. the pain makes you think. I don't want to dull the pain, because if it gets worse, then you know you have to go see the doctor. Some shit. I genuinely just, I don't know. This is fucking unbearable at the moment. So I can tell you right now that Asmongold, if any streamer is ever being paid to play a game, they must, according to law, reveal. So they have to disclose that they are being paid. There's no way that Asmongold is being paid to play Elden Ring and not saying that he wasn't paid for it. And also, most gaming companies do not pay you to promote their game for weeks on end. They pay you to basically promote the game for one day, because it's expensive. If you want to buy someone like Asmongold to play your game, you're probably going to end up paying like $50,000, $60,000 for 4 hours. That's it. That's what the streamer is going to give you. He's going to give you about 4 hours for $50,000. If you're lucky and Asmongold doesn't seem to care that much about money, he might do it for like 20, 25K. But ultimately, you're going to pay through your fucking ears to get a streamer to play your game. And like I said before, you have to disclose it. Every single time I've ever done a sponsored stream or a sponsored video, I have to be very fucking clear. At the start of the video, I have to be clear that this is a paid video and I'm being sponsored to make this video. It has to be in my description. It has to be in the title. Everywhere you have to make it very clear to all viewers that you are being paid for, whatever it is you're doing. I don't know, Nikus, but I genuinely don't know what's wrong here. I know that I'm in, like, it's kind of excruciating. Every single time I lift my foot, it's just like, fuck me. I have seen the Ottician builds. We also responded to the Ottician builds one. Like, the drama there. Alaverius, that would be great if I actually drank. I don't drink, so I would definitely not have tequila in my house. It probably does need to be sutured. I don't think this has anything to do with the artery, though, because it's nowhere near the wound. The wound is where my leg and my foot connects, right on that little bend. That's where the wound sits. The pain is... So, these are your toes, yeah? These are your toes, your little pinky toe and whatever. The pain is literally down this side. There's like a shooting pain there. If I move my toes, it's just fucking excruciating. Anarim, Liam Jenkins, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it to both of you. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I genuinely did not expect it to be this bad. Hey, fuck me. I think some subs as well. Nexty, I appreciate you wanting to give money to the stream. Definitely do. I'm so sorry, guys. I did not expect that the pain was gonna get this bad sitting down to stream. I genuinely thought that, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You're suffering that much, Echo? Maybe check your foot now and then go take a painkiller. Sounds like a pinched nerve, or maybe pulled muscle tendon. I think it's a muscle. It feels like a muscle, because moving the toes is what hurts it. Especially the pinky toe. Like, that one causes some real fucking issues. It's a dull pain for most part, but if I move my toes, it's a sharp fucking pain. Usually when I'm going, yeah, well, that could probably work. Sorry to hear you're hurting, bro. Morny, how you doing, bro? By the way, Morny, thanks for the resub, dude. Really appreciate it. I don't think I told you. I really appreciate it. It happens, you know. This is life. You just have to fucking deal with it. Doctor now? No. No. It has to be, like, something like very, very severe for me to go to the doctor. At best, I will phone like my dad, and I'll explain to him what's going on. Pulled muscle tendons, and there's a sharp pain when you move the toes. Oh, that's such a great story. I wish some writers for some stories had lived the life. We'll see. We'll see. I was hoping that, because I woke up this morning with this pain already, and I was hoping that moving around, walking around would actually ease the pain. And now it feels like it's actually worsening the pain. Because it was fine for like the first, like 40 minutes of the stream, it was fine. And now it's starting to cause some serious fucking issues. So I feel like just sitting down is what's causing the pain at the moment. We'll see. I think I have a couple of minutes left in me. So, it feels like today's stream is not gonna fucking happen, guys. Fuck my life, dude. I don't need shit like this. I genuinely don't. Ugh. What's weird is there's nothing on the foot. Catty bitch, how you doing? There's literally nothing on the foot. It's not blue. It's not red. It's not even really swollen. It's a little swollen, but nothing major. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's literally, I would have been okay if it was blue, you know, or purple, or looked sickly. That would have been fine. Kyle, by the way, thanks for the first time sub to, not the first time, what the fuck am I saying? You've been sub for 27 months, really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, that would have been fine, but the fact that I see nothing, that bugs me. Yeah, I might have to put some ice on it. See if the ice actually helps. So, if it always happens whenever you don't expect it or need it. You know what's weird? It's not green gnome. You know what's very weird? All this starts happening as soon as I start eating healthy, start working out, you know, like... all of these bad things start happening as soon as I go, right, Akilon, enough of this shit. Start getting active, start getting busy. Enough of this bullshit. Now suddenly my body is going, oh, by the way, we're gonna just fuck you up now. But okay, you know what? Let me go take care of this fucking foot. I'm gonna have to go buy ice. I don't have ice. And then I'm just gonna fucking lay down and let the ice hopefully do something here. Because this is ridiculous. I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. If the pain persists tomorrow, I will go see the doctor. Don't worry about it. But yeah, hopefully... oh my fuck. If I could just find a way to sit that doesn't cause pain, that would be fine. Because then I can just play games and chill out with you guys. But any way I sit takes the pain, like, lessens the pain a little bit and then brings the pain right fucking back. It's weird as shit. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go buy some ice. I'm gonna go fucking get this foot sorted. I will see all of you hopefully tomorrow. I so apologize for not being able to stream tonight, or not being able to stream as much as I wanted to tonight. I will make it up to you guys. So, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, be good to each other, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, fam.